survival horror fans, we are eating good this morning. Two of the best franchises in survival horror got announcements this morning. One of them, of course, being Resident Evil, and the other one of my favorite games of all time, is getting yet another remaster. So we have a lot of stuff to go over with this. If this is your first time on the channel, hit that subscribe button. We're eating good in the neighborhood. If you like survival horror games, we'll all go to Applebee's and get a 2 for $20. But let's talk about Resident Evil Trilogy. Now, back on Sunday, I made a video saying that something was indeed happening with Resident Evil. We went with Occam's razor, the most, probable thing, and then something that was kind of crazy and out there. And it seems like I was a little bit too crazy and out there, but we'll talk about that part in just a second. But indeed, the Resident Evil Trilogy is real. There it is, and it's coming to GOG. What the hell is GOG? Like, I know it's a PC storefront, personal computer storefront, DRM free. People seem to like it. I don't know, man. Why can't it just be everything? Now, of course, this means that it's just a PC thing. You can see here, $25 for the bundle of Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3. We also know that Resident Evil 2 and 3 will be releasing later on this year. It seems like Resident Evil 1 is the first one that will be available. As you can see here, the classic intro is indeed intact. I mean, as it should be. I love this intro. I think it's so cool. Like, it's obviously cheesy by today's standards, but like, how do they make those dogs? Like, I want to see that. I want to see how they made the zombie dogs. But you get all three of these games. We have some screenshots of the games as well, and you can see here. I mean, it's probably just classic upscaling. That actually looks really good. Like, that looks really nice too. Everything is clear. Everything isn't like super pixelated and warped or whatever. You could see here, like, this Rebecca definitely sticks out a bit more than the backgrounds do themselves. So this is super cool, and I think it gives hope that this will come to consoles as well, because it doesn't make sense for me to just put this out on personal computer and then just be done with it, because you could make money on consoles with these three games as well. Maybe they're just waiting for all three of them to be finished and then they port them over to consoles, because these need to be on Xbox. These need to be on Nintendo Switch. These need to be on PlayStation. And, I think this is really cool. One thing that is worth mentioning, though, that kind of went, oh, look at that. Look at the liquor. The liquor looks such a happy boy. Like, that looks so good. Like, I love the way this looks. Like, man, Resident Evil 2 and 3 were so cool back in the day. But you might remember, when I was talking about this happening, I thought maybe it was an Evercade thing. Obviously, this is not, because this is for PC. But I'm not closing the door on my Evercade thing, because I want to just throw this out there. And I'm not saying this means anything. So look into it as deep as you want to. But when I contacted Evercade and I was like, are you doing more 32-bit stuff? They were like, yeah, that's public information. And then I asked about Resident Evil, and they never got back with me. And whenever I message Evercade about something, they get back with me very quickly. It has now been multiple days since I asked them about that, and I never heard anything back. So I'm not saying that this could end up coming to Evercade as well. I'm just saying I'm not willing to close the door on that yet, especially with the Capcom connection, but it doesn't matter, because I want these games on consoles, baby. I want these games, on freaking consoles. Stop with this PC only nonsense. Personal computers are cool, but consoles are cooler. I don't know. You could watch adult films on a personal computer. Look at the yawn. That son of a bitch that ruined my my first playthrough of the game when I got to him, and then he killed me, and I didn't know you had to save stuff in it. So yeah, Resident Evil, I'm super hyped about this, man. Like, I love stuff like this. Being able to easily play it, on modern platforms would be super cool. It's the PC on GOG is a step in the right direction. Let me know if you're familiar with GOG. I've never used it. Like, the only thing I've ever used is Steam and the Epic Store. I don't think I've ever used like anything beyond that. Let me know what you think about it though in the comment section down below. And of course, we have to let Capcom know we want these on consoles. But that's not the only return, because this just went up this morning. And I've covered wars, you know. The original Dead Rising was one of the best games on the Xbox 360. It was a next-generation feeling game. You play as Frank West, an investigative journalist who goes to investigate this mall. There's zombies in the mall. Now you got to save everyone. Now you gotta kill the zombie. It's a brilliant game. Brilliant game. Maybe you didn't like the timer in the game. I understand that. You only had like 72 hours to do everything with the in-game time. You get a skateboard. There was Mega Man stuff in there. Dead Rising is coming back. And it's not just a vanilla remaster. So they put out this trailer for Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. For some reason, it always like pauses on Twitter for me. I don't really know why, but that actually works in my favor, because when you see it, like, oh, you're like, okay, well, you know, this looks like Dead Rising. Obviously, they came out with the HD remaster in 2016 that you could play. Okay, cool. But like, you see, it's coming to the newest generation of platforms, an updated release with a brand new look. Updated release, meaning that things are indeed different. Now, what are they? I don't know yet. However, you look here, look at that is a different Frank West. Frank West now has like gray hair. He looks completely like different, and like obviously not completely different, but he looks a bit more aged in this. So now people are wondering like, well, okay, what else is different? We actually have a side-by-side comparison that I want to pull up right here of the original game and the new version of the trailer. This was done by Gamatsu. So let's take a look at that. Here's the original Frank West. Here's the new Frank West. Here's the original Frank West. Here's the new Frank West. Like there is a substantial difference here, people. Like this is like mid-20s. This is like early 40s. Like what is going on with that as far as the change is concerned? I think it looks great, don't get me wrong, but now I'm curious as to what else is going on with this. What else is going to be updated as far as the gameplay is concerned? I really think they're going to potentially like do a game mode where you don't have to worry about the timer anymore, and they're going to do something like that. But if you've never played Dead Rising, dude, just imagine like being in a mall with zombies and being able to do whatever you want and go anywhere you want and like loot stuff and, you know, kill a bunch of zombies with weapons. It is an absolutely brilliant game. I loved it on the 360. I even loved the Wii version. Like, I thought the Wii version was decent enough. Obviously, it wasn't nearly as good, graphically speaking, as the Xbox 360 version, but there were some fun mechanics with the motion controls. But I love this game. I love this game, you know, and like I said, there's a major, this is the PS4 remaster, this is the new version. So some things, some substantial things are obviously changing with this, and I'm very excited to see what else is going to be here. You know, I think this could end up being really cool, and it's amazing that Capcom just had these in their back pocket. Like, oh, Resident Evil Trilogy. Oh, you know what? Let's do something with Dead Rising. Let's make Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. Why not? It's the summertime. Let's just do something fun. Like, I am super stoked for both of these things, pending that Resident Evil comes to consoles. This GOG stuff, unacceptable. No, I don't want to play it on my personal computer. If I'm going to play it on my personal computer, I'm probably just going to emulate it. So give it to me on consoles. That way, I can sit down on the couch. I can have my controller in my hand. I can have a beverage, maybe a bag of chips, maybe some salsa, and enjoy the classics. But I'm all for this, man. I really want to see more from Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster, though, because I think there's going to be some cool stuff added into it. Of course, we got to wonder release date, price point. Did say it was 2024, did say it was modern platforms, so we'll just have to take it at face value for now. But though, that's what's happening with classic survival horror. And my friends, it is a beautiful day if you are a survival horror fan. Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you have interest in either of these things, whether it be Dead Rising, whether it be the Resident Evil Trilogy? I have interest in both. Please let Capcom know. Say, hey, you bastards, we want this Resident Evil crap on consoles, damn it. Don't just put it on GOG and call it a day. Put it on consoles as well. please your console fans. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. Hit the bell as well. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.